Hi, my name is Gerard Wells, and this video is why Neuralink will always be a bad idea. Now, if you don't know what Neuralink, it's Elon Musk's answer to, I don't really know what it's an answer for, but it's essentially a chip you put in your head, and they say you could do VR on it. They say you can play music on it. Elon Musk hypes it up to the point that he acts like you will be able to cure cancer with it, and there will be all sorts of good things of that nature that come out through it. But the reason why I think it's always going to be a bad idea is simply because through Neuralink we will make a surveillance state if we're not careful. We will make a state where we are spied on constantly. And you might say we already have that through our phones and things of that nature, smart TVs, etc., etc. But the difference is I can turn my phone off. I can unplug my smart TV. It's not literally attached to me. Whereas if you get Neuralink, it will literally be embedded in your skull or some part of your body. And no matter how good it may look at first, I don't care if we can fly around and fart rainbows. It is not worth giving the last of our security up to anyone. Whether it be the government, Elon Musk, or anyone you can think of. Simply because government is going to make bad laws. No matter who's elected, no matter how good you think someone is, whether it's a dictator, whether it's a democracy, at some point the government you live in are gonna make a bad law. Okay, but the difference is, let's say the government makes it illegal to own a gun. Well, right now I could, and I'm not saying I do, I don't have any guns, but I'm just making the point. If the government made it illegal to have a gun today, I could secretly get a gun tomorrow. If the government made it illegal to drink today, I could secretly drink the next day. This applies with weed. This applies with anything, really. Whatever the government makes illegal, you could secretly do if you wanted to. You can't do that in a surveillance state. You can't do that and maybe this will never happen, but if the government made it illegal to be a Christian tomorrow, I could always go to my neighbor's house and him and I could invite our friends over and preach the gospel to them. And no one would necessarily know that me and my neighbor are doing this. But if Christianity is illegal tomorrow and we all had a chip in our brain constantly recording us, then we would be stopped immediately simply for expressing our religious beliefs. So if there's one thing I really, really, really want to get through to you, I'm not saying break every law you can. No, laws are a good thing. We need law and order. But if your government becomes corrupt, then there's a reason why you shouldn't be spied on 24/7, is what I'm saying. So, there will be things that look good about Neuralink. But don't buy it, because no matter how pretty the packaging is on their surveillance state, on them spying on us, no matter how pretty they make it look, no matter how many free things they try to give you, you gotta remember, all it takes is one bad law. It could work for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And all it takes is them enforcing one bad law that you don't like. And all of a sudden, you're forced to obey a law you had you're forced to obey a law you thought you would never ever, I'm trying to think of the word, you would never give any credence to beforehand, but now because you're openly being spied on, you're forced to follow it. That's all it takes is one bad law, whether it be making alcohol illegal, or trying to take a gun away, gun rights away, trying to take freedom of speech away. The second they make one bad law, you're forced to follow it with everyone else. Whereas before, you could secretly choose to break that law. And this is the last thing. If we found out recently that a lot of our politicians were on the Epstein list. A lot of our politicians are breaking the most sacred laws that we absolutely need, by the way. But they're breaking the most sacred laws we have in this country. So if those politicians are breaking the most sacred laws that we absolutely need in any society, why are you going to let them spy on your children through Neuralink or anything like it? Trust in your gut instinct on this one, folks. Okay, I'm not saying I'm the best at explaining all this, but trust in your gut instinct. If you're against a society that spies on everyone, and I know our society already does that a lot, but we can't make it worse than it already is now. We need less of it now, not more of it in the future. I hope you all have a blessed day. I hope you keep the Lord Jesus Christ close to your heart. And I hope this video gets out to anyone who needs it. Anyone who seriously considers getting Neuralink, don't. Your government will betray you. You know, they're not your spouse. Okay? I don't care if you vote for Obama, Trump, Hillary Clinton. You're gonna get betrayed by the people you vote for. And when you do, Who knows what they'll make you do?